What's up, everybody? It's HorrorDeconstruction. You can find us out on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, as well as Instagram with your host, Komp, and
Shiba Inu.
And today's film is...
The Forest of the Lost Souls, Floresta das Almas Perdidas, 2017.
The Forest of the Lost Souls, 2017. A Floresta das Almas Perdidas. You know, I didn't know if this movie was Russian.
You did a Japanese voice.
No. Anyway, my Japanese... I'm not even going to do my Japanese voice, because that's racist. Okay. The Forest of the Lost Souls is a dense and remote forest, Portugal's most popular place for suicide. On a summer morning, two strangers meet within the woods. Directed and written by Jose Pedro Lopez, starring Daniela Love, Jorge Mota, Malfada Banquart.
Daniela Love.
So why'd you pick
what
this
a great
film,
name.
Danny?
That's like a porn name.
It's
because it's new and it's artsy. Well, it's supposed to be.
It is,
you
for
know,
a
an
bit.
artsy-fartsy, new sort of cool
It is
movie.
artsy, then it becomes something else, then it becomes artsy again. And if it was a porn film, I would call it The Horrorest of the Wet Holes. All right. So you picked it because it was new and it was a foreign
And
film.
foreign, I love foreign films.
So
yeah.
give us the basic setup of this film.
It's a very straightforward movie. There's a forest, and it's fictional. I looked it up, I figured that
It's
there was
based
something
on
like
the
this,
Japanese-
the same as Japan.
Yeah, it's based on the Aokigahara forest.
Yeah, it
in
was just
Japan.
like, I was thinking maybe there was like a one in Europe that was like the same sort of thing as in Japan, but nah, it's fictional.
I would
Anyway,
love to visit that place with you, by the way.
I would love to go
Aokigahara,
there.
but there's like dead bodies actually there.
No, dude, that would be so awesome.
Okay, continue.
Okay, so there's this guy, Ricardo, and he's gonna go kill himself.
Well, first
and
it starts
then-
off with that girl who's very sadly taking prom or school photos, right?
Oh, that's true. That's true. There's a girl that drowns herself.
Yes, she poisons
which-
herself
which,
and drowns at the same time.
Does Sylvia Plath drown herself like that? Is that who does it?
I don't know.
Some depressed poet, famous poet lady.
How could you drown
does
yourself?
that.
That sounds pretty fucking awful to drown yourself. I can't.
It
imagine.
seems like very hard. I guess she tied rocks to her feet. I don't know. Whatever.
That just
Anyway,
sounds terrible.
so she drowns herself, and then this guy Ricardo, who you later find out is that lady's
Father,
dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's going to kill himself, and he runs into Carolina.
Yeah.
And yeah.
The
that's about it.
description and the poster of this film are very spoilery because I kind of completely forgot about it halfway while watching it, like at the half-hour mark. Something pretty substantial
Oh, it's
happens in
her
the film,
holding
but
a bloody knife.
yeah, the posters of her holding a bloody knife, and I was like, okay, maybe this guy's gonna chase her around the woods just by looking the poster. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
I read a review and it said a coming-of-age slasher film, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, then I forgot that I read that, but I was like, why would anybody write that? Because like watching the film itself, I had absolutely no idea that it was going to become a slasher film, even though I had read that about half an hour
I
earlier.
actually didn't. I hadn't really looked. I tried my best to know nothing about films when I watch them,
'Cause
so I really didn't expect it at all.
Because just by speaking to you, because the movie's only 70 minutes long, it's like literally probably an hour and 5 minutes of running time.
Yeah, with the credits and shit.
And yeah, with the extra 5 being the credits. And watching it, because I remember I spoken to you and I was like, oh, you know, because you were saying, oh, I don't know what this is, if I dislike it or whatever. And I was like, is it not really a horror film? And you were like, oh, no, it's stupid. And I was like, huh. So then I was like watching it, and I thought it was going to be just watching it from the scene with the character Carolina, who's this cute girl who has like black hair. I thought she was a ghost because I was confused.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was going to be a film about, you know, meditation on death and these two people just talking about death. Then my mind kept going back to that.
Well, it
poster
kind of
the
went
knife.
that way. It seemed like a philosophical kind of cute.
That's what I thought
thing.
it was for the first half an hour. I thought it was just like, because remember he like sees her standing on a rock, and then he's walking, and then she comes from another direction, and I was like, what? I thought she was a ghost. I was like, look how fast she came up to him, but obviously that's not the case.
Yeah.
And they just have this really interesting conversation. So I was watching it going, I was like, wow, no wonder Danny didn't like really want to review this, because you weren't sure about reviewing it, but you said since it was only like an hour and 10 minutes, you were fine with
Yeah.
it. And I was like, is this really a horror film? And I was like, is it horror in the sense that she's a ghost? But that's not the case, because half an hour in, we find that she is a murderer. She killed him.
Yeah, but like,
It's a
There's-
frustrating film.
am I missing shit? Because it seemed like first, like very quickly you find out she knows the daughter. Like she says
She killed
the name
the daughter.
of the daughter.
She's the one who gave the daughter. As soon as she had handed him poison,
Yeah.
That's how the daughter killed herself in the beginning. She had the same vial. She drank the poison and drowned herself. So like
Okay.
she was the one that she probably did the same exact conversation with the daughter earlier. You know what I mean? Like, or a year earlier, whenever
Right.
that happened. Because as soon as I was like, oh, she handed her the fucking poison, and then she
Okay.
stabs him.
I guess I like didn't quite understand
Yeah, essentially,
that.
like when they said it's a coming of age slasher film, that's exactly what it is. It's just a film following this young girl, who's young. Obviously, she's probably like 18 or 19 years old or
But
something
then
like
why
that.
is she like so motivated to leave the forest and then go actually
Because
hunt people?
she seems like just like the film The Forest of Lost Soul, like a lost soul. She's somebody that lives her life, but there's like an empty vessel there. Especially when she said, like her last line is like, "There's only sadness, or sadness persists."
Wait, how
kind
does
of thing.
what's Patrick Bateman say is like there's only that's the very beginning part. Whatever, I can't think of the quote.
The
Never
mask of
mind.
sanity is about to slip. There's only what does he say? There's an idea of Patrick Bateman, kind of thing. But he's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
really.
yeah,
That's
that
so.
one.
That's what. Something that's what it is. I think she does exist, but she's. Here's the thing, like, because when I was watching, I was like, oh, I really hate this witch. Like, I just did not like her because of the way she acted. And I was like, and I thought to myself, I was like, does that make me sort of? Is that a sort of misogynistic idea?
To
Because
hate
she's
a
a
serial
girl,
killer?
but huh?
To hate a serial killer?
No,
No.
her. Right, no, but the thing is, I like
Yeah.
Patrick Bateman and stuff like that, and I'm fine with what he does. Not
Well,
fine
that's
with what
because
he does, but I
you're
like.
cool with killing homeless people and
No,
killing
I
hookers.
found the character
Like you've
enjoyable.
told me that many times.
But
in our
hey,
private
let's keep that quiet.
conversations.
Nobody listens to this podcast anyway. But then I
The
realized
capitalism.
who I compared her to were the two guys from Funny Games, and I hated those fucking guys too.
Yeah, you did hate them.
So I mean, so then I felt more justified in my feelings towards this character because she is just sort of this. There's no joy and.
But she's very numb and like, yeah, I know what you're saying.
she's
'cause,
like she's an asshole.
Patrick
just like
Bateman's
the,
like a cartoon,
Yeah,
like,
right.
he's
Like
funny
Patrick
and-
Bateman, and plus his. Well, I mean, for the most part, he's killing yuppies and stuff like that. But his stuff is so
But
over
it's
the
like
top.
so
it's entertaining.
funny and
Right.
like over the top. Like this girl is like cold. And,
Obviously,
like,
in the book
you know.
of American Psycho, it's much worse what he does to people. It's more
Yeah.
graphic and horrifying, and I suggest you read it. It's great.
I
Read it till the
I
audiobook. But
really I tried very hard. I got like very far into it. I just couldn't handle it.
But the Carolina character, she's like such an asshole. And the thing is, it's almost like they're punishing the father character, Ricardo. Had he never gone to those woods, then her family
Mm-hmm.
probably wouldn't have. But who knows? Maybe she would have hunted down her sister and the family anyway because she's the one that killed the sister. Why didn't she start her rampage earlier? You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Well, they don't really explain any motive at all.
Because here's the thing: if she killed the daughter, the first daughter, the one that actually committed suicide in the water,
Yeah.
and then if she killed Ricardo, that's fine
Mm.
because those people wanted to die anyway.
Yeah, if she's a person who kills people
but then
who are
when
about
she-
to kill
and then
themselves,
she
that's
goes and then hunts down these other people for whatever reason, just to make it look like Ricardo had killed them too.
Yeah.
Maybe she did it to cover her tracks. I don't know because she
fine. Yeah,
told
but her
him.
tracks were already covered. 'Cause
Right.
She was a guy who went into
went to go kill
the
himself.
woods and killed himself.
So that's sort of the frustrating thing. But then I learned to sort of be okay with it as a film because this is a story being told that way, and it's not how I would, it's not supposed to go with the way I would want.
I was frustrated with other stuff too, actually.
Well, go ahead.
Like, I mean, first of all, okay, beautiful looking.
Cinematography is incredible for this film.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. It's black and white, which is cool. Like, it's very beautiful.
It's a debut film from this guy.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, like nothing happens. Like it's like
Well, I mean, it's an hour and 5 minutes.
I know,
so,
and
mean,
it's
that-
still slow moving. So
Well,
that
yeah, I
says
mean, I think
something.
the dialogue stuff at the beginning, because even I was going, "Oh my god, somebody's gonna be."
Well,
an
the
hour
dialogue
on
was
this
kind of interesting. though. I'm talking about like how long can you stalk people in their house
It almost was
and
like
have
in real time,
and have
right?
20 opportunities to kill them and then not kill them, and then like it's like
Yeah, that's when it
she's gonna
becomes-
come up from behind. And
That's
there's
when
gonna
it
be like a
becomes some
music
sort of
cue.
second-rate slasher because there's no real. I mean, there
Yeah,
are
it was kinda
interesting
silly.
parts, like when the guy.
It got to the
Tiago-
point where I almost was thinking, is she not going to kill them? Like,
That's what I thought too. Because like the part when
Yeah.
Tiago's walking behind her, and then you see her running like from around the corner, and it's like really well done. There's interesting
Yeah.
stuff, but it's not that. It becomes like a second-rate slasher in the middle. Because I thought they were.
Yeah,
Gonna,
it's like a very generic.
this was not the
slasher.
film that I thought it was going to be. I thought they were going to. The whole film was going to be in this forest, but that's not.
And
the
also,
case.
it's like mixed with like random drama of like this sad daughter that doesn't like her dad and she feels guilty about
reminds
it,
me.
like,
She's
which is all kind of cool stuff. But it's like
she
I
sort of
don't
reminded me
understand
of
the
that.
context.
She reminded me of that actress from The Witch. I don't know if you know that girl.
Oh no, I
And she's
fucking
also in
love that
Split,
movie.
huh?
I love The Witch.
Yeah, and she's also in
Yeah,
Split. She's I think Anna, some
that one
whatever,
I
I don't know her
haven't
name.
seen.
She's very. How old is she? I'm afraid I don't know what to say. She's a good
You
actor.
didn't
That's
say
what I
anything
meant to say.
sexual. Yeah.
But she's the daughter is a good actor. I think everybody's a decent actor in the film. They're not really. I mean, like you said, the cinematography is what fucking sells this. I mean, it looks great. Like that shot where they're
Yeah.
sitting on the bridge and there's like that bridge that's broken in half and stuff, or split in half with the no middle.
Mm.
But it just looks really well done, especially like the cinematography at the end when it's doing that sort of dolly shot behind the trees, and you just see her getting closer and closer through each
Yeah.
shot. Stuff like that. Her at the rave, although that rave looked like it had about 10 people in it.
Yeah, I mean, I like that part where it's like she's making her alibi and everything.
It's a nice little film,
That
but
was
it,
cool.
it definitely feels like a debut film from a new director for sure. It feels
It
like
was just like a dumb, like it was like a boring story, and like it was all over the place. Like it's only an hour and 10 minutes, and somehow they have like
and it
the
still
most
didn't
dragged
capture it.
out
Right.
stalking scenes in
Yeah,
the house.
because this
Like,
film
just do
could
it.
have certainly been 40 minutes. Because that whole part with the father, they could have kept that 30 minutes, even with the daughter in the beginning, and then the last 10 minutes could have been truncated really quickly and well done. But I mean, it's okay. It's not a horrible film.
You're safe.
But
She's 22.
who?
The girl's 22.
Which girl? The girl from?
Split and The Witch. Although she wasn't when those came out. You sick.
No, but I
fuck.
meant in Split. She was great. Anyway, what's her name?
Okay. Anya Taylor-Joy.
Hey, look for her. She's great. Anyway, I think I enjoyed the film in hindsight. Like when I was watching it, I was like, it's all right. And then, like I liked it in spite of my disgust for her character. But I guess that's a good thing if they make you hate a character. But I don't think they want you to hate her character. I think they want you to sort of. And I don't
Yeah.
think maybe the director's not looking for you to have a certain feeling either way on her. Because I mean, she's fucking brutal. Like she shoots that girl.
I would have a feeling on her.
she's a very pretty girl.
She is.
I think you think she's playing older than she was.
She's like my, Portuguese Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
I am so bad with fucking language. I couldn't tell if the movie was in Russian or something else. That's how horrible I am.
You thought it was in Russian?
I didn't know what language. they were
Portuguese
saying.
is basically Spanish, and you speak.
I know
Spanish.
Brazilian. That's what I know, but it's not. It's Brazil. Portuguese is a different dialect.
Portuguese is like a kind of very similar to Spanish. I thought.
No, not at all. Brazilians, no. Brazilians the way they speak, but I never heard this sort of Brazilian speaking. Like the only Brazilian I really like.
Well,
my friend,
Brazilians speak Portuguese because Portugal.
I have a
settled
friend
it.
who's a well-known
colonized
director in Brazil. He's a Brazilian guy, and he goes, "Hey guys, how's it going?" And then when you listen to like Brazilian people talk, they're like, "Puxa de cates, visit the bus of a nasa, visit Mandesa."
Yeah, no, I've
So it
heard
sounds
a
like
few
that.
of
And this
those
movie didn't sound
intense.
anything like that. So I was like, "What?" Because they're speaking
Well,
Portugal speaking Portuguese.
Portugal probably has a different dialect.
Yeah, maybe it's
I don't
different
know, whatever.
dialects or something like that. But either way, I was completely confused. I'm a complete buffoon, apparently. But it's not a horrible
But
movie.
he said, but
There's not much we can talk about with this film other than the cinematography looking good and the characters fine, the death scenes. I like that shot when the guy is like out trying to outrun the car, and you can tell it's like two scenes split into one because obviously he would have really gotten his ass hit by that.
yeah, and
car.
they're good actors. Like,
Yeah.
there's no bad acting. It's just a stupid script.
Yeah, and I noticed like you never saw House of Cards, right?
Nah.
I'm not sure if House of Cards is the first like series to ever do the on-screen words. I could be wrong, but that was the first time I ever saw. When somebody's texting to somebody, and then you see
Yeah.
the text on screen. That's the first time I ever saw it. So I'm always I see every movie do it, and I was like, wow, House of Cards like really fucking started.
Well,
something,
we
but I
saw
could
it
be
in
wrong.
Dr. Caligari.
Did they do that? They texted on screen on Dr.
No, but they had like
No, yeah, I know, but for the
he
visual
becomes
representation
Dr.
of a text. That's what I mean.
Okay.
By the way, they made a modern remake of Caligari. Ooh, Faronies. It's terrible. Listen to that
Is it?
episode in the upcoming Halloween, the final episode on Halloween night. It's going to be the Cabinet of... No, it's a Freaks or Cabinet of Cabinet of
We're
Caligari
doing,
is on Halloween
because
night.
it's like technically it's kind of considered one of the first or maybe the first official horror movie.
Yeah,
so it makes sense to do it on
you'll
Halloween.
You'll listen to it on Halloween. We'll have the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, and just remember, Watch that movie and then try to watch the remake. Oof. Oofaronies. Anyway,
I would like to see the remake.
I don't know if you would. But anyway, this film, it's a decent movie. I wouldn't say not to watch it. I actually recommended it to a couple of ladies today because I think they might sort of relate to it better.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a sexist way. I think that the film has this sort of interesting take on a female serial killer that we never really see female killers in films.
Yeah.
Not at least not many, or you and I don't really find them or
Serial
look
Mom.
for them. But that's like John Waters.
I know.
Everybody's insane.
I know.
But it's nice to actually see a female killer. But man, did I hate this character because it's not like I want to have a female like serial killer that I like I root for, like sort of in a way, and it's not definitely.
We need
not
an
this
Elizabeth
character. She's a real
Bathory movie.
asshole. Yeah. Anyway, what rating would you give this film?
I'm gonna give this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give it like a 7.
Wow, that's
maybe
more
less.
than I was gonna do. Wow,
I was
you
gonna
hated
do
it.
maybe like a 6.5 or something. I hate it. It was just like it's very pretty, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Stupid script. Anyway, yeah, six
Fair
and a
enough.
half. I'm giving it a 6.5. 6.5 out of 10. Stalking someone for the entire length of a movie when you could easily kill them at any point. And then somehow fucking it up and getting your head banged into a floor, but then you're perfectly fine like 20 minutes later.
I'll give this movie a 6 out of 10, being a complete psycho person, but that finds time to dance at raves. Because you know what? The future is female. With that, Danny, what's the final word?
Hashtag me too.
The Horror Deconstruction.